So hello guys and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are blessed and you guys are well. I'm literally only making this video for one reason and one reason only, because I need you guys to hold me accountable. So from finishing The Richest Man, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it made me start to want to vision what I actually want to achieve. And it led me to do this, which I'll show you guys right now, which is quite early into the video. So on my wall in front of me, hold on, let me turn it there. It's flipped for you guys, but it says I will achieve £10,000 per month by February 12th, 2026. I will ensure Clinic Flow has a minimum of 2 times £4,999 and 5 times £2,499 monthly retainers. I will achieve this by ensuring our product truly solves high value problems, saving clinics tens of thousands of pounds while making our clients' lives easier and their businesses more profitable. So from entering, if you're new to the channel, you won't know about the GE90, but I'll talk about that further down the video. For me, going into this challenge and finishing Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, I set the goal that by my birthday, which is February 12th, 2026, I will achieve £10,000 per month. And I want to publicize that because if I speak it to you guys, the conviction for me to do it will be a million times stronger than if I just say it to myself. And I also wanted to add on to it, I will bench 150 kg, squat 170 kg, and deadlift 240 kg, plus I'll be dunking consistently. And if I fail, I will run a full marathon on my birthday. And if I don't hit the 10k per month, I will give one of you guys, a subscriber, well, if you're not subscribed, then not one of you guys, but if you are subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you can enter this pool. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll find a way to do it later on. And I'll give one of you £500 also on my birthday. Now, I'm either going to have the best birthday or I'm going to have a terrible birthday. Either way, you guys are going to have some content to watch and something's going to happen. Also, I actually didn't even add this into the video, but my actual other goal as well, which I'll show you guys on my door, it's going to be flipped as well, not that one, that. So I know you can see the car. You can currently see, if you don't know cars, I don't know cars either. This is the only car that I know that I like. And on that car, it says, on this poster that I put on my wall, it says, I will achieve this car and be making £10,000 per month by February the 12th, 2026. So I actually made this conviction to myself earlier. So I do want to get that car. And I said, if I do achieve £10,000, if I achieve these goals, I will treat myself to that car. The car ranges from around 50 grand up to 100 grand. I don't know 100%, but that's the range that I've seen. That's a 50k range, which is massive. But yeah, that's what I've seen. At least from searching here and there, bit by bit. I don't think that's not including insurance, petrol, all these other sorts of things. But I said to myself, literally today, but it's been on my wall for a very long time. It's been my home screen for a while. That if I achieve that, and I achieve all of this. So before it would have been, if I just get 10k per month, I would get this. But now I'm saying to myself, I have to hit these fitness goals and hit these financial goals, and I will treat myself to that car. Now, main reason why I'm doing this once again, as I said, is because if I verbally say this online and actually say this out loud, it is more likely going to be a conviction for me to do it. And I'm not, like, even this is uncomfortable. Right now, I'm even ill. Like, you should even see the way it was battling me for me to be recording. Like right now, even it's glitching on the camera. You can see a little bit that it's stuttering. And it made me record this about 2 or 3 times. And then when I started recording, it was working. My dad literally just came home and you could hear it in the footage. I had to restart again. So something's holding me back from trying to make this accountability video, but I understand how important it is because all I see from this is the fact that when I'm going through those hard times and I'm struggling, I can go back and watch a video like this. So to give you guys context as to actually why I came to this, well, firstly, I'm going to scroll down. I want to give a shout out to Cameron England. So he made a video about this literally about 2-3 days ago. And his video was saying how he's going to be making £1 million MRR by 2026 August. I think it was the 30th or something, whatever day it may be. So which was 1 year ago today. Well, 1 year ago today on the day. 1 year later today on when he's going to be doing it. And when I watched that video, I was like, it flashed back into my mind because last year, and I'll show you guys the video after this as well, me and Prince made a video around the time when all of our Etsy stores got banned. So if you guys don't know, I very highly recommend go back in the channel. There's other videos where I'll probably link or put a card for a video where I spoke about it. But long story short, I used to be in Etsy dropshipping with me and my two of my close friends. Well, one of my basically my business partner and Prince, my close friend, and all of our stores got banned. Around that time, it was dark. It was June 2024, and I think it was June the 29th. June 29th, I recorded one video, and June 26th, I recorded another video. And the June 26th video was basically us saying that, yeah, we're in the mud right now, but we're just going to have faith in God that whatever happens, happens. By the grace of God, we came out of that situation. He just made a video recently about that, and I've spoken about it a plethora of times on the channel. But I've come out of that, and now it's looking like God has seen us, He's remembered us, and only way is up from here onwards. But to get back onto this, yeah. So I finished the GE90, which was a 90-day challenge I set for myself. So when I first made this channel, I basically left my job and I said from now on, I want to be focused onto my business, focused on entrepreneurship. But I also was thinking about creating a challenge around that time. So basically, when I was planning on leaving, which was from March, I was saying to myself, I want to do like because I knew I was going to be leaving on a regular day, like a normal number day. So either leaving on the 1st of May or the 1st of June. And I left on May 16th, funny enough, but I said to myself, I will start the challenge the June 1st. And so I said to myself, if I start on June 1st, I don't want to end it on, which would have been August the 15th. I don't want to end on like a weird number. I'd rather do 90 days so I can end on the end of the month. So lo and behold, I said to myself, I'm going to do a 90-day challenge rather than doing a 75-day challenge, which was the 75 hard. So I looked at the 75 hard, created my own GE90, and from June 1st, I just jumped on it and was doing it. Sadly, I actually crashed going into the GE90. So in around, I think it was May, beginning of May, no, around literally after I left my job. So around May like 20th, I crashed when cycling. And that's actually one of the main reasons why my goal to bench press 150 kg is actually quite low. Well, not quite low, but different to my not far from what I can do right now. So before crashing, I hit 140 kg. Then I crashed, and since then I have not benched 140 kg since. I tried it once and I failed it, and that was during the GE90. So I had no rest. It was literally just one of those days. I'm pretty sure that day also went bed around like 2 a.m. Went to the gym at like 10 a.m. or 12. So I had no energy. Whereas now I can actually rest and run an actual plan towards that. But yeah, going into the last day of the GE90, finishing that. After finishing this 90-day challenge where I had a set structure of things that I had to do every single day, I felt disorientated. And it's only been about a week, which was literally last week Friday, which was August the 1st, 30th or August 29th, one of them days. So for reference, today is Wednesday the 3rd of September, so I can't lie to you guys. Yeah, that's the only thing I can show you guys on Wednesday the 3rd of September. You can see it here. The camera's flipped, but Wednesday the 3rd of September, which is when I'm recording this. So it's been about 5 days since the end of the GE90. But afterwards, I was like, what now? What's actually next? What is there for me to achieve? And I'm the type of person who I like to have a big overarching goal. Obviously, I have my long-time life goals, but then I want to have like, let's say like a yearly goal, like a bigger goal that I can break down into first principles and say, okay, I need to do this to be able to achieve it. And that's what I done with the GE90. I said I want to achieve this, and these are what I need to do every single day for me to achieve this. And that's what I'm going to do for this challenge. I want to break down what it takes to get to 10k per month. I want to break down what it takes for me to bench press 150 kg, squat 170 kg, deadlift 240 kg, and I'll most likely make this my next video. So I wouldn't put in this video because I think to go through and actually break everything down into first principles, but I'll make it the next video of me showing exactly how I will achieve these goals and what exactly I'll be doing to ensure that I achieve these goals. But as I was saying, I like to look at a massive overarching goal and break it down into first principles so it's not confusing, so it's not ambiguous, so I can actually look at something and say, okay, when I come to write my to-do list, like I like to do to-do lists every single day, during the GE90 I slacked off of it because everything became literally second nature in my mind of what I need to do, wake up and just do this. But I enjoy doing to-do lists. Like these are all the days prior, if you can see it, and then I have like all of these days over here of me just doing to-do lists. And I like to know, okay, cool, I can wake up and do this. So what I'm going to do is break it down to first principles and then create a weekly to-do list. Because, of course, if it's like every single day I've got to do this, it leaves no time for rest. And one of the main important things which I learned from the GE90 is the importance of rest. And I will not push myself to that point where I'm doing something every single day well, it's not saying I'm not going to work every single day, but I won't be pushing myself 100%. I literally given all of my energy to the point where I burn out because I can understand that that won't get me far. And one of the main things which I say from the GT90 is the fact that every day I showed up, but not every single day I gave it enough to the point where I would step back and look and say, yeah, I actually done a lot today. Some of the days was like I was going to the gym and I was doing barely anything. Like I was being there for the time, but I was almost barely anything. Like the way I look at it, you barely even trained hard. And for me, I don't want to do that. I'd rather have 5 good, strong days where I'm pumping iron and I'm actually crushing it towards my goals rather than me doing every single day, showing up twice in a day and getting minimal results done because that's not going to get you far. The main thing that's going to get you far is consistency and actually doing it over a long period of time. One of my friends actually made a video about this. Shout out to Chonoi if you're seeing this. He literally made a video talking about the tips for the lock-in period. So everyone's talking about the great lock-in of 2025, how everyone's just going to start focusing right now. And me personally, I love it. I've seen people bash it, but I personally love it because not every single person started at the same time. So for some so let's say you're one of those people and it's been like, okay, you've had the winter arc, you have this now. I'll be like, okay, cool. How many more of these basically marketed, processed seasons do you need? But if you're somebody new, everyone has to start from somebody. Let's say it's like the 16-year-old or then the 21-year-old who just finished uni and now it's his time for him to look in. Like everyone needs something to push them. A lot of people dog on motivation. Me personally, I don't think motivation is an issue because motivation is literally that initial step for you to get to doing anything. And because of that, I would look at this and say, yeah, it works. So he made these tips about it, saying how it's basically crucial for you to be consistent through the next 4 months rather than just trying to do everything in the first month. You get burnt out. The second month, you don't do anything. The third month, you bounce back again. But the fourth month, you're burnt out again. That's not really what you want to do. You want to have operating on a consistent level to the point where you can get a lot done over the next span of time. People look at it and say it ends in December. I'm born in February. I know for a fact the weather's still going to be horrible in February because every single time it's my birthday, there's no sun ever. I haven't had a sunny birthday ever in my life at this point. And so I know the weather's going to be terrible up until about April. Well, March, April. So realistically, it's 7 to 9 months. And Chris Firstman talks about this, how he looks at it, he calls it self-improvement September, how it lasts for about 8 months. And it's 8 months, especially if you live in the UK, because the weather is terrible here. But it's literally 8 months of just hustling. Me personally, I love it. The sun goes down early. And the main thing as well why I do love it is because I am somebody who hates, not like I really hate missing out, but I don't like missing out in terms of, especially when it comes to sports. I'm quite competitive. I love playing basketball. So in the GE90, every single time when my friends were going to play basketball, even though I knew I should be going to bed early so I had energy, I'd be going to the courts at around 7 and getting home at like 10 to 11 and I would have no energy for the next day, but still have to get up and push. Now I don't have to think about that because if we're going to hoop earlier because it's late. Like 4 p.m. is now late. And I love that. And it just motivates me even more because when I come home, if I was to show you guys my setup, this is my setup. Like all I have is my laptop here, my mouse here, and then I have all my books. Like, and then I have my wall of to-do lists. I've got all of this. Behind me, I have a whiteboard. Like, there's nothing. I don't have a TV. That used to be where my brother's TV was, but I don't have nothing. All I have is work here. And I love it because when it's winter, what more do I need to do? Or what more can I do than just work? If I'm not going out because it's cold, it's freezing, I don't want to go outside. I'm just going to stay at home and just get work done. And I love it. I love it. Me personally, I've always said it. I love winter. I also have a quote, which I can't remember who said this, but I hate sand. Just keep me near cold environments so I can just look in and get it done. But let's just break back down onto the goals. So the financial side of this challenge for myself is obviously 10K per month by February 2026. And that's going to come from me building Clinic Flow into, well, not really me and my business partner, us together. But that's going to come from building Clinic Flow into the #1 system for dental aesthetic clinics and salons. So I will be showing you guys exactly what I'll be doing so that my business can get to the situation where we become the #1 system for dental aesthetic clinics and hair salons. Also scaling and franchising RC Hair and Beauty Parlor. So going into the new year, one of the goals for RC Hair and Beauty Parlor, which is my mom's business, which I'm the operations and marketing director. One of our goals is to franchise and actually swap our focus from just doing hair to actually having multiple streams of income underneath one branch. And then additionally, growing Gold Echelon into a brand that impacts young men everywhere. So Gold Echelon is my community, which I've created from about 2 years ago, 1 year ago now. And I put it on pause because I'm really focused on Clinic Flow and obviously now RT and Beauty Parlor. But for me, even though Gold Echelon isn't going to be like my main focus, and also I'm going to talk about how the level of production for the content will technically decrease. Like for me, this is easy. Like this took me around 5 minutes to make this video. I had the notes that came from my mind, put into my notes, then I literally just went onto here and just copied and pasted my notes. Like for example, when I read it, I said I was disorientated, so I just found a video, image of disorientated. I wanted to give shout out to Cameron England because I watched his video. I literally searched up Cameron England, took a picture of his from the internet and just put it here. Like this was easy for me to make, and I can make loads of these. So hopefully they help. Well, right now it's not really helping. It's just me talking about my life and accountability. But going down the line, you'll see that I'll make a lot more Mario videos to provide value, whilst also making it easy for me to make, so I can actually keep content consistent. But yeah, whole point is, it was something I had to put in the backbone because I said it doesn't generate income. If I want to hit this goal, I need to be focused on the things that generate income. But I truly believe if I get to the point where I can systemize everything, like if I spend about 10 hours a week on everything, like when I talk about content, at least the main things is I want to put 10 hours a week. So out of the 168 hours I get in a week, if 10 of those hours are focused towards content for technically Gold Echelon, which is basically my personal brand, 10 hours of content towards there, or at least 10 hours spent towards that, I don't have to think about it for at least 2 weeks. I see 10 hours as at least 2 weeks. It takes me about 30 minutes for a thumbnail per video. If I'm trying to put out a video a week, and then also break down some of those videos into short form videos. So let's say each video turns into, not every single each video, because sometimes, like for example, on this channel, I'll show like my life. Like this is not going to be turned into shorts. But for some of the videos, if I break those down into about 2 to 3 shorts a video, and I upload a short like every 1 or 2 days, and then I also actually sit down and record short videos. Like those don't cost me anything or take me anything. It's so easy for me to do those. Alongside of I record each video maximum about 30 minutes spent towards recording. Bang, that's like what, an hour there for about 3 videos, and I can do that if I timed it by 10 in a week. That's about 2 weeks done. And of course, it's by the span of 3 channels. So I have my Clinic Flow channel, my this channel, DN Unfiltered, and my main channel. I can get content literally systemized, and I can spend the rest of the time focused towards actually being hands-on with the businesses and actually doing what it needs to grow. Then I can literally just focus on. I can also work on Gold Echelon behind the scenes and just improve it bit by bit by bit by bit by bit to the point where it can become a flourishing community where I could potentially monetize it down the line, or just have a bunch of cool guys who are my friends. So, and then finally, I wanted to talk about how, yeah, the fitness target, by the same day, so February 12th, 2026, as I said, I want to be benching 150 kg, I want to squat 170, I want to deadlift 240, and I want to be dunking consistently. Dunking consistently because I loved playing basketball when I was in school, and I used to dunk when I was in school, which was sixth form, so about 3 years ago. No, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And because I stopped playing basketball, when it came to summer now, I could see my ability fell off, but even worse than that, my athleticism fell down. And I've been training a lot more now, and I basically can dunk, but that was during the GE90. So the energy that I was exerting wasn't the energy which I can, like, all I think about in my mind is if I rest up and I keep training, dunking consistently is already going to happen. So this is something I can see myself hitting within this month. But of course, I wanted to also add it on because it's still important to me, and I want to be able to do it down the line in February. But yeah, if you're still watching, you're a little bit crazy, and I don't know why you've come through to just hear me talk about all of this, but I love you for watching anyway. I'm also going to remind you to subscribe. Now, I want to show you guys the video of me creating the accountability video from this was June 2024, the 26th. So this was a dark time. This is when Etsy has just banned my stores, banned everything, and me and Prince made an accountability video. I won't show his one because obviously it's his own. That's not for me to show you. But yeah, this was me talking about basically everything I was going through. I'll probably put on times 2 speed or times. I'll put on one. Yeah, I'll put on 1.5. So you go on getting bored.
Wait, lie to you lot. I'm only recording this because my friend Prince has just made this video. It is 12:39, June 26th, 2024, and we've just hit the maddest setback. I've seen the majority of my stores get closed down when it's dropshipping. But one thing I like that he said was that we just have to keep having faith in God. And it's true. We just have to keep having faith. We'll put the goals and aspirations that we have in our minds, the goals that we believe that we'll achieve, that we're just showing that we'll achieve by God. It's about being faithful. and continue to go through mundane tasks, continue to go through the difficult tasks, the trench work, and get these things done and keep going. This is the hard part. This is the hardest part, and now it's just about getting through this and coasting, and then scaling, and then coasting, and then scaling, and eventually achieve the thing that we know we should be achieving, and we know that we will achieve.
Yeah. Also, I have no guarantee of knowing whether you heard that or not. I can only know after I go back and listen to it. So hopefully you could hear what I was saying in there. This video was also literally just me talking about the day that I got my first cell from Gold Echelon. When I first ever made the school community, built it, and I got my first ever cell. I think it was one of my friends, and he was loving my content. Cause I remember around that time I was dropping loads of value on my main channel, and he said, yeah, he's definitely gonna have to join my school community, and he joined. And then, yes, that was my first time ever making, well, online money from a community rather than, for example, dropshipping and reselling that, which I was doing when I was younger. But once again, let me put the playback speed on 1.5 because I don't think this one's barely anything.
It is 10:20. No, sorry, it's getting late. It is 10:52, June 29. Got my first sale, $10 in for my school community Gold Echelon. This is just the beginning of something great. This community is going to be the funnel. It's going to be the beginning. I see big things happening. By the grace of God, I'll stay faithful and continue to do the work and continue to watch this grow.
Yeah. So that's basically it, guys, man. So yeah, I just wanted to say, this time next year, I'm going to be laughing, I'm going to be smiling because I can only imagine how September is going to be after I hit 10K per month in February. And yeah, if you want to see it, once again, subscribe because God forbid, if I do fail, one of you guys will be gaining £500 from me, and you'll also see me run a full marathon on my birthday. And it's not like I'm against running, but I don't want to run a full marathon, especially on my birthday. I will eventually do it. One of my goals is to run a half marathon, preferably this quarter. But I'm pretty sure this is the last month for this quarter, and I'm literally more focused on getting work done than training. Like, training is now on the backbone because I put training literally on heads in front of my business for the whole of the GE90. So I'm really focused on actually achieving this because I know it's not going to be easy. Like, you can't just wake up randomly and start making 10K per month. Like, right now I make 1.6K from the business. So I need to be working either 10 times as harder or 10 times as smarter by February, which is in what? So September basically starts in September, October, November, December, January, February. So I have 6 months to hit this goal. 6 months to also hit all of those goals. But yeah, I'm more focused on. That's why I didn't make the fitness goals too crazy. I do believe I could hit them. 150 kg bench. If I gain about another 2 kg, and I'm just smart with how I'm training, I can definitely hit that. The last time I squatted, I've never squatted 170 before. I hit 150 kg January the 1st, 2025, but I stopped squatting heavy from then. But I know for a fact that if I just get back into training hard for squats, I can definitely do it. Deadlifting, once again, it was 2023, I deadlift 220 kg, and I stopped deadlifting heavy because it didn't really translate into my, well, what I was trying to do, which was getting, but it's not really useful for bodybuilding, and it wasn't really useful for me dunking and stuff like that. Well, at least for now, so I haven't really been doing it. But I added it back into my training regime. So yeah, literally that. Thank you for watching today's videos, guys, and if this motivates you to do the same thing, do the same thing, because trust me, if there's 10 people who are holding each other accountable, trust me, those 10 people are going to go further than one person trying to do it by themselves. But other than that, thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Well, most likely next week, because I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I'll be doing to achieve my goals. I realized I forgot to mention this inside the video because I'm so prideful and so arrogant, but by the grace of God, if I do achieve this goal, I want to actually say this. It is all by the grace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I will not get close to achieving it. I will not even touch anything remotely close to it if it is not by the grace of God. And when I do achieve it, not even if, when I do achieve it, I'm going to give all the glory from now to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Because it is not possible for me to achieve these things. And my own prideful and ignorance made me forget to start to give the glory already. And I know for a fact that things are going to be moving because I know my God. I know where I've come from, I know where I've been, and I know where I am now. And I can tell you it's all by the grace. By praying, by fasting, by tithing, by committing myself to our Lord, I am here today to even be able to be recording. Because I should have died. I should have died how many years ago? I should have died many years ago, many times. Many times. But I'm alive today to give this video to you guys. So I can even go back and watch this video as well and say, yep, I'm going to be locked in and working hard, and I can go back and watch this and say, yeah, you said you're going to do this, so do this. And once again, it's all by the grace of Jesus Christ. See you guys next time.